Now that Fallout 4 and all its DLCs are included with the PlayStation Plus collection, I thought this would be a great time to create another mod list for all of the new PS5 players and for the OG PS4 players, of course. First up is Personal Shelter by Losterot. Personal Shelter is a 3-story player home with a backstory designed as an intermission hub for the sole survivor. The interior is a fusion of Vault tech with Institute equipment and a touch of high tech, located northeast of Diamond City. Losterot's main goal was to build a home for the player character, spouse of your choice, Dogmeat and Codsworth. It includes a second bedroom for the provisioner or for your companion. A unique and interesting feature of this home is that you have to clean it. The mod introduces a cleaning mechanic. Tables will collect dust and floors will get dirty every time you come back, and the NPCs will even clean them for you sometimes. The full feature list for this mod includes a fully nav-meshed interior, sandbox activities for the NPCs, an aquarium, a fireplace which can be turned on and off, a health restoring and rad removing jacuzzi which can be turned on and off, relaxing music which can also be turned on and off, an ammo dispensing feature, fresh crop planters with sprinklers which can be turned on and off, an empty space for you to place mannequins and weapon racks, a terrarium with regrowable wasteland flora, and a spawnable boss. To get into the home, you will need to find the access card and passcode in a toolbox under a bridge near the entrance. Then you'll have to shoot off the wooden planks covering the door and crack a master lock. If you don't have the perk to be able to tackle master locks, you could ask Kate to try and open it for you. I will admit that I had a few issues trying to get all of the features of this mod to work. The sweeper just didn't work for me, it wouldn't let me interact with it at all, and I could not figure out how to spawn the boss listed in the mod's features. However, the player home is still very well designed, it's in a convenient location, and it's a great fit for any build that wants their base in the centre of the map, but doesn't want to live in home plate, or if you just like the way it looks. Z Apocalypse World Map by Solus Boss 68 introduce a brand new location to Fallout 4, completely infested with ghouls, called Z-Map. The mod's description tells us that you will join the Minutemen at the very beginning of the war and take back Z-Map, one town at a time, and rebuild. It's up to you to save the world as the Minuteman General from yet another possible fallout with the help of the Institute, who helps provide the Minutemen with special weapons. This is a huge map add-on that is apparently the same size as the Commonwealth map. In Sanctuary, you will find a military vehicle by the big tree that will transport you to the new world. You will find books in each flag workbench that you reclaim, which will explain the quest, and when you arrive, you will find the start one on a table up front of the vehicle that you arrived on. Each time you read a note/book, you will be rewarded with a perk, or sometimes with gear. This mod is perfect for someone that has completed all of the other content in Fallout 4 and is just looking for a challenging endgame adventure, or for anyone who just loves the age-old tradition of blasting zombies in a video game. Ferals Can't Open Doors by Lunuleo is a mod for those of you who care about realism and immersion. There is no way that those brain-dead zombie ghoul idiots with their mutated and messed up hands are capable of opening doors. VDSG catalogue number 5856 says, while they can be easily mistaken for zombies, feral ghouls are actually horribly irradiated humans whose brains have rotted away, causing madness. Yet, they still remember how to open a door, and this mod simply stops any feral ghoul from being able to do just that. True Invulnerability by LBGSHI is the ultimate God mode mod. This mod will make the player character completely invulnerable to all types of damage, as well as radiation, either from exposure or from ingestion. As an added bonus, you will no longer make grunting pain noises when hit, so you can wade into hordes of feral ghouls and take your time slashing them to bits without being annoyed by sound effects. However, the impact noises of attacks against you will still be present, maintaining immersion whilst in your invincible body. There are a few things, however, you should know if you plan on using this mod. Its effects will persist in your current save even if you remove the mod. Whilst playing in survival mode, it will still be possible to become tired, hungry, thirsty or infected, and you will still get the blood splatter screen effect. Place Everything by Chrysanthus77 is a settlement builder's dream, adding 777 new craftable items to the workshop, letting you expand your settlements with detailed decorations and all that you can imagine. It adds hundreds of statics, chairs, tables and containers, all producible in workshop mode. I'm sure the more creative settlement builders out there will be able to create some amazing builds with this. The more tools for settlement building, the better. Daylight's End New Settlement by Deku78 brings a new functional settlement to Fallout 4 just south of Somerville Place in the swamp. The mod features a simple functional settlement, an isolated place near two rivers on the southern edge of the Commonwealth, a small story content, a legendary weapon, all objects able to be taken apart, 135 by 120 by 50 foot to build in, randomly attacked just like any other settlement, and it's Nuka World compatible. To get the legendary weapon, check out the boss trunk on the fishing boat, but be careful because there is a Deathclaw nest guarded by a legendary Deathclaw nearby. Stable Robot Mods by Silent Gaming Geek fixes one of the most annoying things about the Automatron DLC, the unstable breakable weapons mods for your custom robots. With this mod you can now craft stable, explosive miniguns, laser Gatling guns, any helmet that uses the Assaultron laser, explosive Protectron and Mesmetron attacks, frenzy gas launchers and Fatman launchers. However, to balance the power of these weapons, the perk requirements have been increased. You will now need rank 4 of Science and rank 3 of Robotics Expert to be able to craft these stable mods. With all of these mods installed at once, your automatrons are basically unstoppable. You'll be cutting through raiders like cutting through butter with an irradiated knife. Farming the Wastes by Kane51 is one of those mods that makes you think, why on earth was this not part of the original game? It allows you to plant and harvest the wild plants that you come across in the Commonwealth and lets you assign settlers to them to grow them at your settlements. The wild plants and fungus you can cultivate are ash blossom, bloodleaf, brain fungus, carrot flower, glowing fungus, gourd blossom, hub flower, melon blossom, mutated fern flower, silt bean, tar berries, both variations, normal and wild, tato flower, wild corn, wild mute fruit, and wild razor grain. It's a great mod that adds a feature that I really think should have been part of the game from the start. Settlers Extended by Loziole, I think that's how you say it, increases the variety of settlers by adding 100 new human models and keeps the originals untouched and not substituted. If this mod is suspended or removed, the extended settlers will take back their original look and the game is not compromised. The features of the mod include increased faces, bodies and outfits variety. Newcomers have both hand and melee weapons as a default. There are differences in heights and in weights. 1 child per gender may join the settlement. 20 settlers are unique, and they appear only once. Whilst they're inside the settlements, settlers cannot die and only the player can kill them. When a settler is involved in a side quest outside of the settlement, for a kidnap or rescue for example, the settler can be killed and die. I personally prefer Simple Settlers by Andrew CX, which has a few more features, including giving settlers unique names, but Settlers Extended is still a great mod for those who just don't want those extra features included in Simple Settlers. Homeplate Decorated by No Respawns, who I'm sure many of you know from his YouTube videos and previous mods. This mod is a No Respawns take on a fully decorated homeplate. If you don't already know, you can get access to homeplate by purchasing the key from Geneva in the Diamond City's mayor's office. The style of this mod is a heavily cluttered homeplate, giving it a lived-in and cozy vibe, and giving you all the crafting stations and containers you could need, including water sources in the kitchen, bathroom, and a water cooler. The kitchen also has an oven, which works as a cooking workbench. It's a really well made mod that gives homeplate a much needed makeover. And that's all of the mods. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next one. Until then, stay safe.